Yo,
Hey, how's it going?
good. How are you?
Good. Uh, Having a little bit of a stressful day, but about to turn it around.
I hope so.
So this
Oh,
is Fox versus Falcon.
yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna send my father's my girlfriend, but I'm literally playing Guest Monster this weekend, so I thought it'd be better to have our last set.
Okay, that sounds good. And yeah, how's this matchup been going? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I actually feel like I'm pretty decent in this matchup. This is like the one matchup I'm probably most confident in. I would say the places, at least like pressure wise, there's some scenarios where like A, recovery, and like B, like scrap defense. I feel like sometimes I just get like really hard execution checked by like random space needs and things like that, where people would live in those situations. I don't know. It's just like some weird micro scenarios. Also, I think I like if the Falcon isn't willing to approach sometimes, I feel like I get fucked up, but I feel like that's not as relevant here.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to just go through these games and like talk about stuff that comes up, or was there
Yeah.
something in particular? Okay, that sounds good.
I was like, if anything that you notice, looking to like clean up this matchup a lot more.
Okay.
Um, I kind of prioritize getting damage a lot in the early percents. I kind of like don't go for the edge guard unless it's like an easy gimp on the ground. I don't know if that's
Mm-hmm.
correct, but that's how I feel a lot of the time. Like I'd
No,
rather just rack up up airs.
you should definitely prioritize the damage in this matchup. So basically, like you just need to hit them far enough off stage that the double jump doesn't have a mix up involved. Because
Yeah,
otherwise, they get like that like annoying air dodge to stage and stuff like that.
yeah.
All right, let's take a look. I definitely think Nair. You definitely want to remove the Nairs like this. The Nair doesn't have a lot of like a lot of good cases here. Like, sure, maybe they jump into it, but most of the time they're gonna be like holding away. They'll just get some down hold away type of situation and
Yeah.
get out most of the time. Like I think the majority of the time you want to get underneath them. So if they like a lot of times if they land out of a situation like this, I'll go for more of like a pressure where I just kind of like if like right here, I think it's better to just like run through them than to actually try to hit them here.
Hmm.
Especially because like Falcon really like if he wants to grab you, he has to know exactly where you're gonna be, what side you're gonna be on, all that stuff. So like actually like running through here or just kind of being like ambiguously close to him on the ground, but he's not sure which side you're on is like a really strong position to be in. I think there was a while where I was working on punishing this with drill because you can actually get a pretty good angle over the back air with short hop drill. So that is like an option to do there. I think like usually it's like if you can get like a running shine here, sure. Up smash is pretty good. The dare is pretty good. Usually just running close to him is pretty good, or like getting like going for like a grab sometimes. But I think overall the nair is not going to have the payoff the majority of the time. Yeah, I sort of like a sort of like general rule is that you don't really want nair or back air unless they're already in the air.
Yeah.
Especially like high enough up that they won't be able to slide off on anything. Because like it's kind of I don't even want to compare it to Pikachu, where like you want to just hit Pikachu perfectly, like or like up vertically most of the time because
Yeah.
Pikachu has this perfect like recovery. Falcon's not exactly like that, but it's like if Falcon is close enough to the stage, his recovery is really hard to deal with, and
Mhm.
if he's on the edge, that's also not super. He doesn't get like a really big disadvantage from the edge. So overall, I think like the nairs are just should be kept to a minimum. just almost regardless of the position, like if it's not going to directly guaranteed hit him off stage. How much Captain Falcon have you played? Like
A
played
girlfriend
as
play. Oh, played
Falcon?
as. I've recently picked up Falcon just like for fun. I've played a decent amount of it. I feel like I just played it like a tech chase bot though, nothing much else.
What was the last thing you said?
Oh, I kind of just use it to practice tech chases, so that's about all it can do.
Fair. Yeah, I think that like there's like this certain feeling that you can get playing Falcon against a fox where there's like a few types of foxes or like types of feelings you can get in this matchup as the Falcon. And there's like one in particular that is very miserable for the Falcon. Like there's kind of a bunch of them where you feel like okay, maybe this is a little tricky. Like the Nair in Fox is probably the best one for the Falcon because because they basically just sort of have to like find one really good defensive Nair and then they get their big opening.
Yeah.
And it's part of why, or like CC grab, or dash back, short hop back, backflip, stomp. One sec. Command is my chat's not working, but I would say that the most annoying one is the fox that just like won't give you the jump, and they're also not dash dancing in a way that's like easily grabbable. Because there's this kind of feeling that like, okay, if I just run across the stage at the fox, there's like a good chance that the fox will find some way to hit me out of that early. It's just like a big risk that they don't really want to take, especially if they're running this way and then you get like a drill, you get this big like wave shine combo across the stage. So there's this feeling that like if you want to hit the fox, you either have to do this huge gamble grab that you don't really want to do, or you have to dive in, which is also a huge gamble, or you just kind of have to wall helplessly. And I think that is it's like basically I played a bunch of Falcon. I got that feeling against some foxes, and this whole time I've just been kind of refining that feeling as fox. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
there's like a few sort of like general rules to follow of like jump jump as little as possible. I would say like if the Falcon is like able to move at all, you don't really want to jump. I think if you're going to jump, full hop is better than the short hop. The full hop is still pretty awkward, but at least if they nair a lot of times, you'll just like full hop over the nair and get like a drill or an up air or something like that. But the short hop is like it's good, but it's not as good as it is bad that Falcon can get his stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Small thing is if Falcon cannot get to the edge, like right here, if Falcon cannot grab the edge with a double jump, you should never be grabbing the edge against him. Like that's like another super easy hard rule to have here. Like right here, just go to the stage. Even if you land like right here, just do like a regular get up, and then you can just full hop shine, and it's fully consistent. You don't have to worry about anything. Or if he drifts back, you can like drop double jump back air, something like that. The edge gives Falcon so many more ways to mix up with the drift back. That's like a nice easy fix that will just be useful forever pretty much.
I think I just floated my controller there.
What's up?
Oh, I was just looking at that last. I was looking at the side. It just appeared.
Yeah, and then the other thing with Falcon off the edge, I actually just give him the edge. Like I give him like the corner off the edge. I think it's he's just too good in that position. They have like the no impact lands, all that stuff. I like just don't even think it's really worth contesting it, especially with how good everyone is at the hack stash now. Yep, that's the Nair. That's what they're looking for. If you don't, this is like another thing to really keep in mind against Falcon. If you don't give it to them, they'll never get it. There's like a lot
Yeah.
of characters in this game. You don't give it to them, they'll still take it. Marth will take it. Fox will take it. Falco takes it. Falcon can't take it. Unless you straight up give it to him, got nothing. Unless he does the most Hail Mary grab of all time. It's like if you lose a set to a Falcon and they truly just outplayed you, it should be because they got 4 raw grabs and killed off of them. Because so far, basically, the impression I'm getting from this is that like you're not really doing bad things, but you're also opening the door for Falcon to occasionally get you with his stuff. And
Yeah.
you've probably watched me against Falcon where I just kind of make their life miserable. Where I'm
Yeah.
just like, you're not going to get your stuff. But every now and then I'll still get my stuff. And then it basically ends up in a situation where they just don't have anything ever. And so it's like, well, either neither of us are going to get anything or I'm going to get my thing. But you just almost never need to give him his thing. So far I'm kind of getting the impression that like there's a lot of spots where you could do something like run in shield or run in react where you're doing like a nair, like a short hop nair in.
Yeah.
Because like I think there's like a big difference in how Falcon deals with like dash in compared to like other characters. Falcon is not usually going to do like a dash, like Marth will do dash back pivot grab and catch you as you're dashing in. Fox Sheik will do that too, but Falcon doesn't really do that very much because it's just sort of like low reward. Like most of the time he's just gonna kind of get hit out of it into this big combo. It's not necessarily that he can't do it, but it's just not as common to do it. And I think that like most of the time Falcon will deal with Fox running in 2 ways, 3 ways. He'll either pivot nair in place, he'll dash away and stomp, or he will dash away and back air. That's pretty much it. And so like if you dash in, like the late back air, the stomp, like you will go under the nair. The late back air is not a great pressure most of the time. You can shine out a shield, and the stomp is like basically him like 50. He's like Fox up smashing in neutral. Whereas long as like if you do a nair and Falcon does like a random stomp, and his stomp misses, you kind of just break to even.
Yeah.
But if you just do like a random dash dance and you don't actually do anything, like imagine if Marth didn't have down tilt and his grab like wasn't as good. It's like range wise, it's just this really awkward position for Falcon where he just doesn't know how to deal with Fox dashing at him almost at all. And so like running shield and just running underneath are a lot of times better than like running directly in.
Can you restart the Discord stream?
What's up?
Oh,
Because it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't do screen share. I was doing app share. Hopefully this doesn't crash my stream. My computer's been being really annoying. Okay, is it working?
All right, there we go. Yeah, it's working.
Okay. Nice. I would forward throw there. I think he's far enough away. You can get him. Okay. Right here, this is one of those spots where I think you just kind of have to get the intuition that, like, is this back air going to send Falcon off the stage? You know? Mm-hmm. If the answer is no, then you should hit him up into the air. So this should be an up air, like, for sure. And then lots of nairs. A lot more nairs than I would want. I feel like that's kind of like your bread and butter right now. And I think that it's... The nair is kind of like this tool that's like, man, the nair is so good, but you risk stuff. And you can do other stuff that doesn't risk it. And then every now and then when you throw in the nair, it'll be fine. But if the nair is part of your game plan... Like, I always just think of, like, Johnny. Like, S2J. He would eat your Fox style alive right now, the way you're playing it. And it's because of all those, like, the nairs. And it's this type of thing. So, like, if you are in a spot like this against Falcon, I actually think this is, like, a really important position to kind of, like, internalize. The strongest thing to do right here is not to hit Falcon. The strongest thing you can possibly do in this position is to dash right here. Like, he struggles so just literally like enter a run in like this position and things will work out so well for you. A lot of times you'll just enter run here, crouch, dash back grab, right, like right here or something like that, and just get like a freebie opening. They kind of rely on like trying to punish where they just landed, and it's just you don't really need those. This is just this weird matchup where like Fox has so many both species. They just have like an overflowing number of blessings. And like Falcon just feels like he should be such an easy freebie that like it's like basically you can go for these and play a 55-45 matchup, or you can not go for these and play like a 65-35 matchup. That's basically how I see it. And if any of this is somewhat ambiguous, I could go into like Uncle Punch and show you in a little bit more detail if you want.
Makes sense. I feel like my goal recently, especially, has been like just like do whatever I can to make it behind Falcon. In a
Yeah,
way.
it's not even as much behind. That is like a big thing. It's more that you want to get directly under him.
Yeah.
The behind is a good idea though. Like behind in the air. So look at this. In this spot, you did that movement rather than trying to hit him, and it works out like way better. Like just running past right here, so much stronger. And then the only issue with this up air is you were trying like if you are in this position, what does Falcon have? He only has
Roll.
he has roll, he has stomp out of shield, and he has wave dash out into something. And so like I am much more focused in this position about like what Falcon will do out of it. Like it's just this weird like most characters out of the shield pressure, you're like, okay, shield pressure is beat 1, and then I hit them on beat 1.5. Like if you're fighting, you know, I don't know the best way to describe it, but basically most of the time out of the pressure, Falcon will give you a stomp or a roll. Like he's not going to be able to wave dash out every time, or if he does, he'll get hit by a bunch of these like shines, like shine pressure and stuff. So I think just like instead of going for this up air, like you can just wait a full beat. It's just this very weird like I'm playing against a mid-tier feeling that happens a lot, where he's such a strong character, but there's these spots where you just have to treat him like a super mid-tier. Like you get this is a great pressure. I would literally just be dash dancing and being like, okay, where's the roll? Where's the stomp? Because if he gives you this stomp, and this is what I was saying earlier, if you're trying to attack right when he does his dumb random attack, he's safe. This is like the same thing I was saying with that Nair a second ago. Is that this is what they're relying on. Is that like I do dumb thing and then Fox does something and then now we're kind of breaking to even. Whereas like if you don't do anything and you just keep moving and they do a thing, then like you just have a freebie. Or like right here where you like, okay, you hit this. This up air was fine in my opinion. But like just wait one beat after the pressure and punish this knee. You could just like dash dance up smash this missed knee, you know? I'm trying to think of a super clean way to describe it. Okay. Yeah, that drill is a habit for sure. It's kind of like the scrubby way that people play against Falco, where they expect the Falco to give them stuff. Where like yeah, it's like the low level. They'll be like, "Well, how do you beat Falco?" And you're like, "Well, you full hop." And then he dares in, and then you just drill the full hop, or like you drill his dare out of your full hop, right? That's like against Falco, that's like level 1. But against Falcon, you can expect those types of openings even at the top level. And it's why this matchup feels so weird. And it always makes me feel like he should never hit me ever. Because it feels like by just playing the game normally and trying to hit you, he gives like big freebie openings. And a lot of the times, why foxes suffer is they try to take the subtle openings like they would take against another top tier. But it's actually like he'll give you big freebies, so you don't really need to take the ambiguous ones. Um, so like, and I think like I don't know, they're not all bad. Like you still want to fight to like some degree. Like doing an air like this isn't the worst thing, but I also think that if you just dashed in here, like right here, like okay, right here, if we just dash past him, he was about to whiff that back air. And so what you get used to doing is you get used to being like, okay, move to this uncomfortable position. Now check to see if Falcon gave me a super duper duper freebie. Like the game actually reduces that much against Falcon. Where like, okay, you run through here, he would have whiffed this back air, you get a free grab or you get a drill or whatever. And that was, a free dash dance grab. And he does an up air, and you're like, well, I'll try to punish the up air, and then he'll get a gentleman. Whereas, like, if you just sort of leave that situation entirely with, like, a, dash full hop to center or something, yeah, this is you trying to hit him. And this is why I say never try to hit Captain Falcon. Like, when you hit Captain Falcon, you should be like, aha, like, I am hitting Captain Falcon. There shouldn't be, like, I am going to attempt to hit him. Because that is what he wins off of. And that, so far, that's every single thing that Guest Monster has hit. Has been, like, you trying to hit Falcon, and then it's just not quite working out, and they get, like, a stomp, and then they get big, like, freebie Falcon 0 death. And so, like, if you don't give them those openings, and you just kind of empty move instead, eventually they're going to try to stomp you, and you're just going to get a free opening and kill them out of it. And that's, like, the feeling that you ultimately, like, want to give. Yeah, like this Nair, too. You're, like, making a gamble in a spot where they have to make a gamble. Like, you hit the back of their shield. They're either going to stomp or they're going to roll. You can just wait for that. Like, almost every time. What are your thoughts on the stuff I'm talking about right now?
No, this makes sense. I feel like I just get hit for stupid shit all the time. And I kind of chalk it up to me being impatient, but I think I'm just like, there's a lot of spots where I just don't need to be hitting or like going for anything.
Yeah,
Consistent.
exactly. Because there's so many spots where like you're like, well, if I had done this Nair slightly better, I would have gotten them, or like if I had spaced this just a little bit better, I would have gotten them. But the kind of the point is that like they have mix-ups there, like
Yeah.
even if you were slightly better, but they were slightly even more better, then they would hit you. Whereas like if you just play the normal spots and you just like play very like reduced like that, like you didn't have to try to hit Falcon. You were just moving, and then you were like, oh boom, thanks, and then you just literally can like 0 death. Although I don't typically, I prefer here to go for something more vertical. I'll do like at like this percent, I will do like right here. I would have done like up tilt, up air, back air, or something like that instead.
Yeah.
Like I think that these types of combos, they just give him more chances than I would want. I like it that he gets comboed into the air and he gets one mix coming down, and if he's wrong at all, he gets back aired, and then that's the end of that. And look, like when you land like a nair, look what it does. Nothing. Like nothing. And that's why it's like, well, maybe you could just grab that, or maybe you could drill that. And you're like, and it's like if you're not confident hitting one of those, then you can just dash past him and stand there.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
much like a very binary matchup. And it's fun for that reason in some ways, and then not as fun in other ways because it's like less dynamic. This is something to keep in mind. Dash in is literally better than dash away against Falcon.
Yeah, I feel like if I dash back too much, I just get overshot.
Because, like, if you dash to this spot, you're not any safer. But if you dash right here and shield, you're low-key, like, safer. like, when he does this knee, like, when Falcon knees right here, what is the safest spot in the game when he's doing this knee?
Under him.
Everywhere over here. This whole stage to the left. And honestly, to the right is not that safe. Because he could do, like, a nair. He could do, like, a up air. He could do, like, late single hit nair jab. He has all these mixes. Where if you were over here, none of this stuff is relevant at all.
I have a question. For shields like that, like, is it better to, like, make a read with the run-up shields or have them more reactive? Because sometimes when I feel like it's reactive, I feel like I just like become way too slow
The
on
read
reacting
on
quickly.
which shield?
Like if I'm trying to dash through shield, like try to get right into Falcon's face or whatever.
I
Um,
yeah, I think if I will reaction shield stomps some nairs, like if I'm like at a not even at a distance, like if I see it coming, I'll shield, but I will also
mhm.
sometimes just do like run in shield and then wave dash.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's kind of like my approach, like my approach is just running shield, because a lot of times like they you run underneath them, and now it, like, unless they land a frame perfect nair, you get a shine out of shield because you ran underneath them. So
Mhm.
like, because I think the issue a lot of times is that like foxes will try to space on Falcon Nair, but like if you are barely avoiding Falcon Nair, the next closest thing is Falcon got his perfect Nair spacing.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you're kind of in his face, he has to like, okay, I need to like move back so that my legs are just barely spaced on this fox. Like it's significantly easier for him to space around a defensively dash dancing fox than like an aggressively dash dancing fox. Um Something I tell people is that the entire stage is always safe except for the one spot where Falcon's aerial is hitting. And
Yeah.
so as long as you're not in the one spot where his aerial is hitting, the entire stage is always safe. In comparison to a character like Falco, where like he'll be like down air and this entire area of the stage is not safe. Like if Falcon is
Mhm.
stomps right here, this space is unsafe, and literally the rest of FD was safe. So as long as it's like if you're directly underneath him, most of the time you'll still get a shine out of shield. Most of the time you can react. And if you're not directly underneath him, most of the time you either can immediately hit him, immediately pressure him into hoping he gives you a freebie, or just reset to neutral. Like, because in this spot, like, okay, sure, you didn't make the right decision, so you didn't run in here. The right decision given the perfect situation, but it's like it's fine, it's gonna happen. So it's like, okay, we dash away. He's gonna do this thing where he immediately protects himself from whatever attack is coming now, and you don't need to attack this. You could just run past him. It's like so safe, like almost every time, because when you run and dash, you kind of duck and you'll miss the first hit of the nair if he does the instant nair. I think the full hop backflip's not that bad. Yeah, you clean it up, but that's my thoughts on that game. And so it's tricky because they'll try to sort of bait you into like let's say there's like a score of how obvious an opening is from like 1 to 10. And like 10 meaning guaranteed whiff punish, and 1 meaning, you're just kind of attacking into the air. And with like no guarantee of actually hitting them. What Falcon will do is he's like a 5 merchant. He will just run around being like, I threw out this move and it's almost punishable. Maybe it's punishable. Maybe this one's punishable. And what he wants is for you to join in like the maybe punishable jamboree, where you're like, okay, like I can maybe punish that, and you like almost punish it, and you're like, well, that's fine, because now he's gonna try to get me with his punish, because I missed my punish, but now he's gonna try to punish me, so I'll dodge that. That they need that. That is their only way of making this matchup like remotely even close to even. Once again, like you hit the shield, and you're like, boom, right here. Your thought should not be on hitting his shield again. It should immediately be on, I am going to zero death him so hard for this stomp.
Yeah.
That should be like running through your head like every time, pretty much. Because the thing is, like, there's this feeling that like, well, I have him in a pressure, I should make this happen. Like I need to make something good happen. But you don't actually. That's like a total illusion in this matchup. Like what you have here is a chance for him to suck you in to the 5 out of 10 punish thing, where you're like, well, I do have a pretty good spot, so I'll try to punish him, and then like right here, he could wave dash out here and then grab this up air too. Whereas if you're just kind of waiting for something afterward, you're gonna be in a much better position. And they don't get these reverse. All of Falcon's openings are off of reversals. All of them. Like, the average Falcon player gets like 2 openings a month, I feel like. Like, real ones. Like, they just, like, they don't actually ever open anyone up, ever. Like, most of them. They're just like, look at this. Look at this. They're like, this position's not great for me. Like, it's not fantastic for me. And I did just do this weird air dodge. Like, maybe you can make something happen. But it's like, if it's a maybe, it's not, okay, it's like, it's not in their favor, but it's in their favor that it's a maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, it's like, if there's any doubt at all, there's just no reason to deal with it, because you don't need to. And they just love being like, actually, boom! And it's just, I have a lot of internalized rage from the way they play, where they're just not actually making anything happen. And it's like, kind of the character, but it's just frustrating to play against. So like, yeah, they do this stomp, and it's like, boom, just up smash or grab. Yeah, up smash, grab, or drill. That up smash, grab, drill, shrine. That's all you should be really trying to do, unless you have like a guaranteed up air or something. Once again, kind of a pressure situation. I would avoid jumping into the platform right there. Yep, there's that stomp. But even now, notice how you took like the timing mix up here on the nair. You could just be waiting, grab, up throw, back air. That's it. Stock over. 0 risk. And this is why I 4-stock Falcon, I think, way more than I 4-stock any other character, is because it's like, they don't have little, like, kind of got yous. They just have, like, it's just turbo got you, or you turbo got me. And they don't have a single tool to actually make the turbo, like, got you. Just like, oh, stomp the ledge dash. This is their only legit neutral option, which is this nair. And this nair would have completely failed, and you would have potentially gotten a 0 death if you had just run past them. It's kind of how, like, Puff, and this is something that Fox doesn't have to deal with quite as much, because Falcon doesn't do it quite the same against him. But they do, like, they'll get in center stage, and they'll do, like, full hop double jump, and then they, like, drift in slowly. And then their goal is for you to just move back to be like, well, I'll outrange that. And then they've now moved you into the corner where they can get, like, a nair or something like that. But, like, they do that a lot against Falcos. I spend a lot of time telling the Falcos to dash in when Falcon does full hop double jump. But against Fox, they don't really do that as much. They mostly do short hop. But low-key, the same exact thing applies. Like, they're going to do a short hop to be like, they jump up here, and they're like, I have now claimed all space below me and the furthest space in front of me that I can drift to. So you better move past that point. But then as soon as you do that, now they have a pressure. Whereas, like, if you don't listen, when they're like, okay, I've short hopped, so I own all this space in front of me and the space below me, you go, no, that's a lie. You don't actually own the space below you or behind you, and I'll just move there. And their pressure is just completely fake. Unlike Fox Nair, which, like, literally holds the hitbox out as Fox takes the space.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd watch out for those, the tech. A lot of times double up smash or double wave shine is the way to beat that. Okay, nice. Nice, up air. Nice, perfect. Perfect, and you get the one shark. They kind of got back down. I would prefer to try to hit them before they land, but I think that this wasn't too bad. Like, if you're scared of hitting them before they land, then, you know, probably better just not really take it too much. I would, like, right here, I actually think, like, right here, instead of going to the ground, I would prefer you were on this platform. Because then you're threatening that you're about to jump up and back air them before they hit the platform. Whereas right now, the full hop back air is only threatening them right as they reach the platform, which makes it a lot easier to do something like wave land down into the platform, slide off, grab ledge, and stuff like that. So that's another small thing. That was funny. Yeah, I would go for the back air there. First of all, I maybe wouldn't have grabbed the edge here, but it looks like he could have probably double jumped to the edge, so I think grabbing the edge here is fine. Probably just early-ish double jump. I would do like early double jump back air, and then if they air dodge through it, I'll just back air, like short hop instant back air again on their air dodge lag, and then play out the edge guard off of that. Okay, once again, opening off of reversal. Trying to hunt with the nair a little bit too much. I think walling with the back air is good here, but then like trying to actually like force your way in with the nair is like, it's just the option they're the most prepared for out of anything. And the option that has the clearest counters. Yep, they got you with a maybe again. This is the Captain Falcon. Is like, I did a dumb thing. Can you get me? You're like, maybe. And they're like, nah, not quite. Ba-boom! Big combo. That they love that.
Yeah.
And then
okay,
you're like,
so basically,
what's up?
I'm kind of understanding. Just like, it should always just punish the thing afterwards, essentially.
Yeah, it's just that most of the time, it's not necessarily the thing afterward, but it's like if you feel any sense of maybe at all, just let them do one more thing and then get the guaranteed on that.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Because you like a second later get the guaranteed shield grab here. Even though I prefer Shine here, I think the grab is very good. And so, yep, boom, up air combos. Okay, they got a random grab. Look at that. Like, look at this. Man, this is just Captain Falcon. It's just like, give obvious thing. Like right here. I'll give the obvious thing. And the issue here was you wave dashed away instead of dashing away. And this is part of my, like, don't wave dash against Captain Falcon in neutral thing. And it's because he's just giving you freebies all the time. And then also, if Falcon decided to do a random stomp to this position as you wave dashed away, you wouldn't be able to shield it on reaction because you're wave dashing. So, like, right here. And remember, this is what I was saying, they love to get you trapped in. Is you're like, well, you tried to go for a maybe, they hit you, and then, like, you barely dodged there maybe, and then when you go back in, I think this was not a bad attempt at an up smash, though. I think this was definitely good. It's just, like, a slight tech skill error. Just in general to, like, realize that the wave dash made it a lot harder to get that punish there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, boom, and then, yeah, like, this is just some nonsense. Drives me nuts. Like, this is this is like the textbook of the maybe thing. This is literally like, if you memorize this feeling, you will notice it is almost all they do. Is like right here, they're just like, okay, random mix. Like, totally random. I just, like, am hoping that you're in the spot where I wanted you to be. Hilariously enough, if you just press 0 buttons, this would miss, because there's only one space in the whole stage that's actually vulnerable to this. But I think, the spot dodge, whatever, is fine from your end. And then they want you to try to punish this stomp directly. They want it so badly, because they can't play neutral. And not because they're bad, but because they're playing a character that can't play neutral. And so, like, right here, this dash-in is really good, but your thought should be, they're gonna do something crazy right after this, and I'm gonna punish that. Like, pretty much every time. Is right here. Oh, actually, I'm doing this crazy side B, and this is just a guaranteed punish. I think I would have grabbed here. I think you definitely could have made it on time to get to this with the grab. And then it's like, okay, big reversal. Oh, Fox messed up. Nope, don't do that. And like getting this nair out of the stomp feels nice. But if you had dashed and grabbed this stomp, they'd be dead, Whereas like the nair creates this crazy chaotic position. And then once again, if you get a nair like this, up. Always combo up. Just up tilt, up smash, up air.
Yeah.
Something. Because they're just going to get a slide off because of their crazy. Good in place back air. I like that back air wall. Most of the time, I prefer, in a spot like this, to stay on stage. Just because there's a 0% chance of me getting, like, reversaled right here.
Yeah, just like the come up air up knee.
And like if you stay on stage a lot of times, it's like if you're on stage and they go for the perfect low sweet spot, the best you have. Honestly though, it's like if they go for the low sweet spot, you have a mix on run off shine. And if they go for the high sweet spot, you're still pretty threatening right here by just like, jumping up and back airing them right here. Like the only angle they can really take to get past the on stage is right here, and it's just not that big of a deal. Whereas like if you go here, and then they air dodge even like this, if they air dodge straight down to the ground here, which is what S2J would have done, and then they CC this or STI down it, grab, something like that. Like they're just looking for like the reversals right there. And this is sort of like, yeah, right here, I would full hop up. Because, like, the goal is to, like, limit their ability to get to the platform. So basically, by just full hopping backwards right here, you're already causing them to be like, okay, if they full drift in, it'll be really obvious. You'll just double jump back air this on reaction. And most of the time, they won't go in and they'll hold back, and then you just get an easy edge guard because they don't have all this range. Like right now, because you didn't pressure them to drift back at all, they get like this whole big fat range that they can be in. Okay, that was fine. Yeah, right here, I would do full hop. I would just do a back foot full hop right here, and it's just adds a because then if they do this, you just double jump back here, right? Like they just don't get like the safety here, but you're also not really risking anything. Okay, we're not going to talk about that shine. Yep, and you grab the edge, which is not very good in my opinion there, but you managed to get the kill anyway. Was that really game 3? I thought that was game 4. I hate that multiple. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Like, and this is why you don't have to play the maybes, because they'll just give you those.
Yeah.
Let's see. I kind of like running shine up smash here. I think the up smash is fine though. Just gives a little bit more percent. Okay, nice. No, I would up smash again right there. It might not even be optimal, but I would definitely just up smash this. That's the other thing is you don't need like interesting stuff to kill them. Like the combos against Falcon can be so boring and still work. It's kind of like a lame character in general. Okay, so here's an example of something I would do in this position. Like I would right here out of this shield, I would wave dash to right here. Check if they jumped, and if they did any jump, immediately dash in up smash. Because because I'm gonna kill them with the up smash, and they're definitely gonna be doing like either that or they went to ledge and I'm safe. Like either they're just throwing out some dumb aerial right here, hoping to like shield pressure me, or nothing happens. And so I'm just gonna like wave dash, and I would have just up smashed in and traded with this nair and killed him. Yeah, the full hop there is good. I like those full hop drills. It's like if you feel like you gotta jump, then the full hop's definitely better. Gave him a little bit too much space here, like right here. Just like I'll just trade here. Like I'll just be like whatever you're hitting me with is like not nearly as good as whatever is gonna happen from my end when I back air you.
If I get swampy, I just recover and can continue edge guarding.
Yeah. Okay, nice. I like that up air. Nice. Really like that. Drill grab is surprisingly great against Falcon. Drill grab and jab are like drill grab and just like jab in general, oddly good against Falcon. Okay, that was some that was some BS. But that was also one of those spots where I'm like, don't try to hit him. Only hit Falcon when he's given you a freebie completely, or when you just accidentally kind of hit him while you're moving. Anything else is actually beneficial for the Falcon player. Okay, that was a slight accuracy issue. Once again, I would try to get up there a little bit earlier. I don't like waiting that long in the mix-up. It gives them too much time to think. Great drill. Sheesh. Great up smash. It didn't work out, but great up smash. I think now you're going in a little bit too hard, but the Falcon is also like okay, this is sort of that thing where like the Falcon is just randomly spamming like grab, and so you're like doing this random nair, but like it just doesn't actually give you anything. Whereas like if you just wait for the obvious ones, like these types of openings where like, I mean I guess that was like a mix, but they'll just give you like, you don't have to hit Falcon like as his moves are coming out, like ever. You just don't have to play that game. You can actually just hit Falcon when he's completely wide open. And if he's not completely wide open, just move around on the ground a little bit more. Falcon's dash dance is actually such a lie because he just doesn't have like a way to actually beat like grounded options. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, like, this. Okay, so this is the difficulty in the matchup. The difficulty in the matchup is seeing this stomp and being like freebie and just getting your grab.
Yeah.
And then seeing this knee and being like, not a freebie. I will in fact do nothing. Because they look very similar, but just like you just have to like feel like you'll be able to feel that like this one is like really obvious, you know, like it's just like really, really obvious. The ones that are like seems like I could get him, no, you just don't need to deal with those. They're just like they're giving you opening like that. They'll just like that's not because Guess Monster is bad. That is literally just because Captain Falcon just gives up opening, and so it's like, oh, you could just, you know, hit them when they come down. Great run through. Notice how that was just completely uncounterable for Falcon. Perfect. Like, this is the exact thing I've been saying. It just works out, like, really, really well. And I think the shield there is good because you can get the back air at high percent. At low percent, I probably wouldn't shield here. Or if maybe I would just, like, run past crouch or something. But I think the shield there is maybe one of the still one of the best options. Yeah, you have this drill habit comes up so much. I would watch out for this, like dash back, dash in drill here. This is like if you open up the Captain Falcon on how to beat Fox textbook, they have the Fox doing this. Like they have
from other matchups.
Huh?
I think it's a habit I just have from other matchups that just seep into this.
Yeah, exactly. Of like, they want nothing more than for you to try to drill there. That's like why they use this back air, is because it's hard to whiff punish, so it creates like big maybe moments. And like just notice how I feel so bad for Falcon. Like right now, Falcon is like, I'm kind of uncomfortable, but I'm gonna figure out a way out. They get out. We're in this very like neutral position. I just want you to look at this type of interaction. Is like you move in, but you're not actually like attacking. Falcon just is very like right here. Look at this. Falcon is so awkward in these types of positions when you're like directly under him. He's basically just like an egg from exercise. like when you're on top of him. And this is another great example to internalize. Is that like, look, because Falcon doesn't like, you're right here, and what Falcon is thinking in this position is that they can maybe do that space claim operation where like right here they dash the center and then they're like, boom, I am actually claiming this space. All space underneath me and in front of me is mine, and you're just not there at all, so this is like great for you. Extremely rare up air. Actually, if that hit me, I would think nothing of it. I would just be like, oh, great up air. Yep, that's the run through. Very hard to get rid of this habit. Like right here, to just go through instead of back. It's so
Yeah.
hard, but like this is the one character where it's just so much better to go back. Or go forward, I mean. Up air. Everything's vertical. Notice how this doesn't actually really like win the game at all. Like you've hit Falcon like so many times now. It's like non-upward move, non-upward move, non-upward move. Falcon's still fine. You've won neutral 3 times. And also non-upward move. Another non-upward move. Another one.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I get
this
it
is
now.
demonstrated. Another one. And then it's like,
Okay, so
okay, well now this nair, finally after all these nairs, whoa! That's one of the funniest. That's one of the funniest ones I've actually seen. That was really funny. But like this nair finally hit Falcon far enough that he can't double jump to the edge, and then you're just like, oh, freebie. Yeah, like that. Oh man, you're schmoving. Okay. Once again, remember that this pressure, this isn't a chance to kill Falcon. Um, they want you to shine here so they can grab edge. This is just a chance to literally dash away and get the freebie that they're about to give you.
okay.
The freebie is coming. Like, it's always coming. It helps me be confident against Falcon in tournament. Like, it's last stock or something. And I'm like, I don't have to... Like, the freebie is literally coming. If I just wait patiently and I don't die, like, the freebie is on its way to my address. Once again, this is that sort of, like... I just want you to kind of get a feel for the way they're zoning out the space. That, like, they want to jump in and be like, I claim all of this. Which, you know, sometimes it's fine. You were like, too far away to get a dash through. So they were able to successfully, you know, gain this space. I wouldn't even be dashing this. Like, I wouldn't be dash dancing like this. You can, but I would have already probably run into like right around here just to make their life hard. But I think going away here is fine. It's more so this nair that I want to talk about, where you're like close enough, and then they're like, oh, I got you into the corner, and I'm in a zone with my nair. But if you dash in here, just beats it. I think. The stuff you're doing, like I said, it's not like the movement away from Falcon there is not horrendously bad. But it's just could be a little bit. You could just take even more from them. Okay, I would have up smashed there, up tilt, probably up tilt. Nice up air. Yeah, sure. I don't really need to tell you how to combo there. I feel like you got that part down. You can just kind of just hit them off stage however you want. Yeah, even though I know that up air is best here, I probably would back air, but I think that's because I'm bad. I think up air is still better here. Yep, fishing for the nair. Mm-hmm. Is that the last one? It was. So, yeah, I think the stuff that came out of that was pretty straightforward in a lot of ways. Like, I think your overall movement and pressure is good. I think there are a bunch of spots where you are essentially, like, mixing up where you don't really need to. Where you're doing like a bunch of extra shield pressure and kind of like overcommitting to the pressure in a way that like you don't super need to commit to, and not waiting for the freebies enough. I think that, like the waiting for the like it's just funny because like you get all the freebies, like you get most of the freebies that they give you, but it doesn't. It feels like you're always like, that's weird. Like I guess they're just bad, so they gave me a freebie. But it's actually like a part of the matchup that the freebies will always be there, pretty much. And, let's see. Yeah. I like drill a lot. I like drill a lot because given the gambly nature of Falcon, it's either this is the same way as all the other hits, and it's like pretty easy to internalize as like a pacing in like the matchup or like a way of thinking that like it's the same thing as everything else with the drill. Where like when you drill, either this drill is like pristine and like directly on Falcon and he has no chance to SDI out, or it's a little bit messy and just bait the thing he does. Most Falcons, most the time, will try to grab out of the drill. So if you drill and they kind of like inch out of the drill a little bit, you can just like full hop drill that or dash back drill that or whatever. And so I like the drill because of that, because it's like it's either the guaranteed opening that I want, or I hit with the drill and it gets messy again, and then they almost always give me the freebie post drill off of a messy drill. One thing I do really like, I like that you do the combos that I talk about. Like you mostly just do like the big damage combo up and then try to hit them off. It's more so that when you get caught into like horizontal openings in neutral, like getting the nair openings in neutral and stuff like that, that I think your openings per kill goes down a good amount.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, let me
I feel like I've been
see.
trying to reduce the
What was that?
amount of nairs. I feel like I've been just had a huge preference for like drill and up air lately, and even like running shine. Like I think like oftentimes like when I see them try to like do like a space nair, I'll try to like run in, like hold down and like punish with like a CC option. Hello percent.
Yeah, the running shine, I feel like both running shine and up air in neutral against Falcon are both more advanced, I would say, because I think like running shine is still vulnerable to the stomp, and the up air is very vulnerable to the nair. Which is why I try to focus more when I'm talking to people on like getting the grab or getting the up smash as the opener or the drill, just because they're like easier to hit overall. Uh,
Yeah.
I do think the running shine is good, and it's good to like, especially if you think they're gonna like gentlemen. I do that a lot, where like I run in right after an up air, and then I'll just like, you know, I'll do like running shine aerial or something like that, or running shine grab, and a lot of times, you know, they'll get hit. But I don't think that it's kind of like you want to reduce the matchup to like this very basic ABC. That is definitely like the best way to do it. And then like based on the Falcon and on the specific situation, you can kind of like add in some of the more complicated stuff. But like on the whole, like most of the time, what I would say the way my sets go against Falcon is that honestly, the set usually gets worse the longer it goes, because they successfully manage to get me to like start deviating. Like the
Yeah.
longer I play, the more I'm going for like random nair and neutral, or I'm going for a maybe because it looks like something that I could get to like end the game quickly and stuff like that. So like I think a big part of the struggle is just staying really like okay, I'm gonna like shield, I'm gonna shine out a shield, I'm gonna shield grab, I'm gonna like play really safe on the ground and just kind of like look for stuff. Like what you were saying, where like when you feel like they're not approaching at all, kind of like what do you do? And like the answer is you just big camp them back. Like you big camp them back, but like not in a way where you're necessarily staying away from them, but you're just not committing to anything. Like if you just spend the whole game running at Falcon, but you don't actually commit to any options, they will feel like you're kind of camping them. Because they're like low key looking for you to throw something out so that they can capitalize.
Yeah.
Um
Okay.
Okay, is there anything that I said that is unclear, or you want more info on, or you have any thoughts on?
Mm, everything just makes sense. I've been kind of like feeling similarly lately about those kind of things. I just think,
The what's up?
especially the no jumping thing, is like a big thing of like kind of like staying grounded and like trying not to commit to beat out Falcon outright and kind of just like let him hang himself in a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
I
what I'll
think,
do to practice that mentality is I'll just crouch for like 2 seconds and then run across the stage without a reason to it, and like
mhm,
almost exclusively you won't get hit for it, whereas other characters will hit you. But against Falcon, like I don't know. It's kind of like a fun little playground of like I will do this incredibly aggressive movement, but not commit to anything, just to like see how it goes, and almost exclusively you'll be safe or at an advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
let me know how this goes. I'm actually pretty curious how the implementation goes, or if you get any clips or anything of it, feel free to send it to me.
Yeah, I'll probably record it. It's Saturday, so yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Good lesson.
I'll talk
Sounds
to you later.
good. I will talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you.